Hi foodies, I'm making one of my one-pot meals and it's going to be super fast and super easy. So I took a block of tofu and I drained it and then I pressed it. That just means wrapping it in paper towels. And I wrapped it in paper towels and pressed it with my big pot of potatoes. I just stuck it on top. 2 plates, my tofu was in the middle. So I drained my tofu and then I cut it into cubes. Hi everybody, we're making a one-pot meal and it's going to be super quick. I'm going to be making a ramen one-pot meal. So I had a bag of bok choy veggies and Jay's going to be so disappointed because he's not here. And for some reason, I get inspired when he's not here and I start like looking up at what I want to do with the stuff in my fridge. I had some carrots that I diced up in my little processor. I have my bok choy veggies. If you don't have bok choy veggies, use whatever. You know those bags that come with a lot of cabbage and kale? Get those. Throw away the packet container that comes with it. Do not use that. It's filled with crap. You don't want to eat it. So this one doesn't have anything but the veggies. I'm also going to be using a ramen packet. I do the same thing. I throw away this packet. It's filled with sodium. Not good for you. It's processed. Don't use it. I throw it away in the garbage. So this is Lotus Foods rice and ramen, and I think this one is millet and brown rice, but they have forbidden rice. They have a bunch of different flavors. I love Lotus because they're whole foods. Just throw away that packet which is filled with sodium. So I took my block of tofu, I pressed it, wrapped it up in paper towels. I just put it on a plate, put another plate on top, and I put something heavy on it. And I just pressed it for about 20 minutes or so, got as much water as I could. Then I diced it up. Then I tossed it in nutritional yeast and spices. I have a Mexican flavored nooch that I think it's Frontier Food sells. And then I tossed it in that and I made these crunchy nuggets, which half the time it doesn't even make it into my recipe. Sorry that I'm eating, but half the time I shake every 5 minutes. So I put them in my air fryer at 390 for 15 minutes and I shake every 5 minutes and then I taste them. So half the time we have to make 2 blocks because we end up eating like half a block while we're making the recipe. So I'm done. I put a couple little droplets of water in here just to let me know when this pot is getting hot enough for me to start cooking. And this is going to be super fast because this time, instead of making my noodles in the pot and waiting for them to cook 4 minutes and then doing the whole process of everything else, what I did is I took my noodles and I put them in a glass container in my microwave and I covered them in water. And then I nuked them in the microwave for as long as the directions said. So these said 4 minutes. So I did them for 4 minutes in the Actually, I did them for 1 minute more. 5 minutes in the microwave. The water is going to get them boiling and they're going to be perfect. And then I immediately drain them because you do not want them sitting in the water because they will get mushy. So I've got my ramen. Let me show you. And they're just sitting here. I loosened them up with my tongs and I went ahead and drained them. So they're sitting here in my strainer just waiting to go into the dish. So now everything's going to come together super easy because we want the crunch of the vegetables to remain. So the first thing that I'm going to do is actually I'm going to put a little bit more water in here because I don't want this pan to burn while we're doing this. But I'm going to make my peanut sauce and I want to show you how quick you can make a peanut sauce. 3 ingredients, but I'm going to use more. You can use 3 or more. So whatever it is that you want to do, it is not rocket science here. I'm going to use my peanut flour. I am not going to use peanut butter because it is filled with saturated fat. Not necessary. So I'm going to do 4 tablespoons in here of the peanut flour. So I use, let's see where the front is. I use this peanut flour. It has way less saturated fat than regular peanut butter, and it doesn't have sugars or oils or anything. You have to make sure that you get the PB2 pure one. So I've got my 4 tablespoons of peanut flour in here, and then I'm just going to do a drizzle of water until I start getting a paste. And next, I'm going to put some low sodium soy sauce, 1 tablespoon, maybe 1.5 tablespoons. Feel free to use cocoa aminos or you can use tamari. And then I'm going to do a tiny bit of rice wine vinegar, a little bit of onion powder, and this is because I want flavor. But the easiest way is maple syrup, soy sauce, and the peanut flour. Those three, that trio. And a little bit of minced onion. Now I'm going to do my maple syrup. It doesn't matter what order you have them in. So then you're going to whisk it. The maple syrup is about 2 tablespoons. And then you're just going to whisk it until it all incorporates, and you're going to taste it. If it tastes like a good peanut, oh, I forgot my cayenne. Where did my cayenne go? I had my cayenne out here. Maybe I didn't get it. Let me go get it. All right, so I'm going to put some cayenne because I like heat. You don't like heat, don't put cayenne in. So, if you want to make a peanut, let me put a little bit more water in here because I don't want my pot to burn. So, if you want a super easy peanut dressing, this can be a dressing. It can be for dipping summer spring rolls. It can be for any type of Thai food or Asian food or anything like that. So here we go. Maple syrup, soy sauce, or cocoa aminos, or low sodium tamari sauce. And then the peanut flour. That will cut on the saturated fat. It will be a guilt-free dressing. This can be a sauce for a stir fry. It can be a sauce for ramen noodles, or it can be a sauce for a salad or a veggie bowl of some kind that you might have that you want to be a little bit Asian inspired. So I'm going to taste it, and usually what I do is I put a little bit on the back of my hand. I want to make sure that I don't need to adjust it. That is yummy. So, like I said, maple syrup, soy sauce, which is going to be your salt, or low sodium tamari, or cocoa aminos, and then your peanut flour. Other than that, if you want to add onion powder, minced onion, if you want to add some dried parsley or dried cilantro, that's a good one too. If you want to add some heat, then you do some cayenne and you add the heat to it. And that reminds me, I have green onion. So I'm going to pull out my green onion because this is going to top my ramen. So now I'm going to throw the veggies in here, and I'm going to let the veggies wilt a little bit. And then once the veggies wilt a little bit, doesn't have to be a lot because I want the crunch. There's some big pieces in here that are kind of the core of the bok choy. So I'm going to keep these off to a side. Another ingredient that you can put in your peanut sauce is ginger. I have fresh ginger, and sometimes what I do is I take a regular ginger, don't even peel it. It's washed, but I don't peel it. And I'll look at you guys' comments in just a second. Hi, Ana Matilde, how are you? So I take my ginger, peel and all, and then I just go ahead and grate it. So this is a grater, and then it goes from fresh right into my sauce. Or you can use powdered ginger, or you can use frozen ginger if you have some in your freezer. Sometimes I take my entire little nubs of ginger and I slice them up and put them in the freezer, and sometimes I put them just like this in the freezer because it grates so much better when it has been in the freezer. So there we go. I'm going to put a little bit of ginger. So that's yet another ingredient. So you can get creative with your peanut sauce. It does not have to be. You can even add fresh garlic in here if you wanted to. You can give it a little pungency with the fresh garlic. That would be really good as well. So I am just going to wilt these veggies a little bit. And then the last thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to merge. I'm going to go ahead and put some of my carrots in here. I'm not going to use all of them. I'm going to keep some for a veggie bowl later or something, a salad or some other dish. This is probably going to be a dish that's going to be maybe, depending on how hungry I get when I start eating it. It's a lot of veggies. You guys know that I talk about my plate balance. So this is already a bunch of non-starchy veggies. So I'm already starting with the most powerful part of my balanced plate. Then my starchy is going to be my ramen noodles, which are right here. And then my protein is going to be my tofu, which is already cooked. It's already been coated in nutritional yeast. The nutritional yeast is going to power pack it with some more nutrition as well. And so that is going to go in last, and the noodles are going to go in here when I put the sauce in. And when my veggies are just a little bit wilted, I want to make sure that this is turned on. And then this, I like it a little bit crunchy when I first eat it. And obviously when you have leftovers of this and you put it in your fridge and you reheat it, the vegetables are going to get a little bit softer. That's why on the first go around, I keep them quite crunchy, because I know that if I'm going to have leftovers, and Jay's not here right now, and I am going to have leftovers, I want to go ahead and not make them so mushy that we end up with mushy vegetables every time we reheat it. I think this is usually 3 portions. If we're really hungry, it's only two portions. So that's it. I'm going to put my ramen in here. Next, I'm going to put my guilt-free peanut sauce, because it is made with peanut flour. The difference is they defatted the peanuts when they did it as a peanut flour. And so you're going to be able to notice that a serving of the peanut flour is way different in saturated fat and the calories even than regular peanut butter. Let me get this out of the way and try not to, you guys should see my sink. It's a disaster right now, but that's okay. All right. So then I'm just going to mix, and I need my little, I don't want to burn myself. Okay, there we go. So now I'm going to mix the entire sauce with this. And if your sauce is too thick, that's the beauty of it. You can add a little bit of veggie broth. You can add a little bit more water, and then you can make it a little bit more saucy. But I wanted it to be a little thicker to begin with, because I don't want to have a soupy ramen. I like my ramen to be creamy. I don't know about you guys. If you guys like it soupy, then go ahead and make it a little bit more brothy and add either veggie broth or water when you're making your ramen. You can also add things like aquafaba to make it. That's it. We're done. So now I'm going to get myself the tofu. I'm going to mix in the tofu. And then once this is mixed in, I'm going to plate it, and I'm going to put green onions on top of it. And usually what we do as a additional seasoning on top, because you guys know that we don't use any sodium, but nutritional yeast usually has some natural sodium in it. We added the light soy sauce, so that's going to have sodium in it. So we're not going to add any additional sodium, but if we want anything else to enhance it, Jay would probably douse this with hot sauce on top. Let me get a bowl, and I'm going to show, got to get my bowls out of the microwave because I'm out. Out of the dishwasher, not the microwave, because I'm out. Let me see if you guys have any questions. And now, Jay did a wonderful cut up job of a giant Tupperware of green onions. That's how much we love our green onions. So he had to take a super early flight to California, and he's going to be jealous when he sees this. But I'm jealous that he's getting to see the sunset and the beautiful California beaches, even though he's there for work. And now I'm going to top it with a little bit of green onion. And that's it, guys. That's how quick it is. There you go. That's my little ramen bowl. Hope you guys try it. Super, super easy. What I did this time is that I nuked my ramen for 5 minutes in the microwave in water. As soon as they came out, I drained them and I put them in a drainer, and then I made sure that I had everything else lined up so that I could just throw it in the pot. Made the dressing that you guys saw me do, which is the 3-ingredient dressing, or it can be as fancy and as flavorful as you would like. But if you want to keep it simple, just use your peanut flour, your maple syrup, and the sodium, which is going to be cocoa aminos or light sodium or light tamari sauce. All right, guys, hope everybody's having a happy Sunday. Post any questions that you have about this in the comments. Bye, foodies.